I'm recording this in my closet next to my good old Henry Hoover. He is not reliable because he's broken. This is a fire alpaca tutorial where I'm basically going to show you how I drew this picture of Luca. I didn't record everything at the end because laziness. At first I was going to draw his human side alongside his fish side, but I'm lazy, so I just did his fish side. Since his fish design is more nice looking than his human design. Preface: I have not seen the Luca movie. This was a drawing for my friend, so I don't know anything about the movie other than people think it's gay. The good thing about these videos is that you can't see how long it actually takes me to sketch. Oh my. Sketching is... I don't know what my favourite part of the drawing process actually is. Some people say they like sketching the most because you're like throwing ideas out there. But I don't like how long it takes. I don't know how long anything takes. Why do I like drawing? I don't know. Why did I make this my main hobby? Oh jeez. So yeah, I separate the body into different pieces, which is easier to draw. Well, I find it easier to draw. Like, my sketch tool is just the normal pen tool, but with opacity by pressure turned on. So that way, it's pretty self-explanatory. The harder you press down, the more ink comes out, and the lighter you press down, the lighter it comes out, whatever. I am a huge proponent of the copy and paste tool. My goodness, is it my best friend? And I use the ellipse tool to do his eyes, because who is out here drawing circles freehand? Not me.
Eyebrows on fleek, the fuck?
For his clothes, I do a separate layer. Well, clothes, this boy's wearing seaweed. I do a separate layer, and then I erase all the parts of his body that are covered up. Then I did a sketch of his human form, like his human Gijinka, whatever hollow form, but I didn't finish colouring it in. I'll do that in my own time, but this is just mainly focusing on the fish version. I did the outline with a marker tool. The marker tool has like a cool texture to it, and it just looks cooler. Like, it changes size depending on the rotation or like depending on like what direction you draw in, it will change thickness, which adds some niceness. I don't know words. It just makes the lines look cooler. For colouring in, I colour in his entire body one colour. You might see other artists do this. We do this to make sure we don't leave anything transparent or like have any white gaps while we're colouring in, because it would suck if you finish a drawing and then you turn on the transparency only to realise, oh crap, I didn't colour in their teeth or their eyes or their shirt that happened to be white. For shading, I have a couple layers of shading. The first one is just I go around the edges with an airbrush tool to just add depth. I don't know. Would you describe that as depth? I would. It makes them look deep. Why do his teeth remind me of Finn from Adventure Time? That guy needs to go to the dentist. So yeah, I go around with the airbrush tool once, and then I go around again, but with just a normal pen tool, and do cell shading. Mixing cell shading and soft shading adds a nice effect, I think. Well, just in my opinion. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to add those thingy-majiggies to his hair scales. Now that I'm looking at him, he's giving me Marge Simpson vibes. You can play around with the blending tool to figure out how you want the layer above to affect the layer below. When I do highlights, I usually use the add blending option, and for shading, I use the multiply option. For his blue lines on his body, which I forgot to add to his tail, I just used a particle brush and then used motion blur to stretch them out. Made a background but didn't include it because 1, I forgot to record it, and 2, it's not that hard to figure out how to make bubbles and lights. It's just a matter of trial and error. I can't give you all the answers now.